This is where you really set yourself apart. You want the thing not to be nice and tight.
It's alright. I know it now. People are gonna think it's fake. But thank you. So matches my lighting. Oh, look at that. Did they make the bow tie for you then? No, I just bought it off Amazon.
wish I could do better by you, 'cause that's what you deserve. You sacrifice so much of your life in order for this to work, while I'm off chasing my own dreams, sailing around the world. Please know that I'm yours to keep, my beautiful girl. When you cry, a piece of my heart dies, knowing that I may have been the cause. If you were to leave, fulfill someone else's dream, strings of pearls. That's why I wrote this song to sing, my beautiful girl.
Welcome, everyone. Alex and Andy asked me to start the ceremony with the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I know Alex and Andy are so pleased to have all of you here on this happy day. Each and every one of you have had an influence on this relationship, and your love, encouragement, and support means so much to them. It's a beautiful thing for Alex and Andy to start their married life together, surrounded by the people that mean the most to them. When Alex and Andy asked me to officiate this wedding, I was terrified. But when I sat down and started thinking about the two of them and the journey they have been on together, I was truly honored to be the one to share some of that story with you. Alex and Andy met 10 years ago at LSU. 10 years. Think about how formative those years are in one's life. Your 20s are a time of enormous change and growth, and they were able to do that together. It's a powerful tribute to the depth of their relationship, and I know the time they have had together has only further strengthened their commitment to each other. The way Alex and Andy each asked the other to marry them is one of my favorite parts of their story. Andy told me he had never been more nervous in his life than right before asking Tim if he could ask Alex to marry him. Not only did Tim say yes, but he also gave Andy Mary Grace's ring. This was such a special gesture, and is another way Mary Grace will be part of Alex and Andy's story forever. It was so generous and thoughtful of Tim, and I know it meant the world to Alex and Andy. Andy knelt down in front of Alex on a Tuesday afternoon, the day before her birthday, and she said yes. Andy actually said to me that there was nothing special about it. But I think it was special, and it was a moment they will both remember forever. So that's the more traditional part of the proposal story. The part you might not know is that after Andy proposed to Alex, she proposed to him, with a ring and everything. Andy told Alex that he wanted an engagement ring of his own, which she found to be a lovely and endearing sentiment. While taking in the beautiful view after a hike, Alex gave Andy 3 things. A heart-shaped rock to symbolize the strong foundation that they have built over their years together. An engagement ring made out of recycled sterling silver that is designed to look like the bark of an aspen tree to symbolize a commitment to their relationship. And a changing aspen leaf to represent the changing seasons of their relationship. It is such a beautiful story I wanted to share it with all of you. I have had the privilege of knowing Alex for over 15 years. I have watched her grow into the amazing woman you see here before you, and I am now lucky enough to count her as one of my best friends. One of the things I admire the most about Alex and Andy is their absolute commitment and love for their families. There's nothing more important to them, as you can see by the people here today. We have all been lucky to be the beneficiaries of that love and loyalty, and I will tell you from my personal experience, it is a true privilege to be considered part of the extended Dalton family. And knowing how Alex and Andy will be embraced and loved and supported by each other's family is a gift. As soon as I met Sharon and Tom, Andy's parents, I had such peace in my heart knowing that Alex is surrounded by such love and affection. Andy, I know the Dalton family can be tough to break into, but also so worth it, and you did it. The way both families take care of each other and the fierce loyalty they feel towards each other is something so unique and powerful and beautiful. And I know the two of you will pass that along to your own family down the road. Anything can be overcome with that kind of care and devotion. And all the happy times are that much happier when you have people to share them with. Alex and Andy, you are surrounded by people that love you and will always be there for you in their own individual way. We are all honored to be part of the promise you are making to each other today. Tommy? Please be seated.
I was asked to do a reading, and so the reading is I believe it's a poem. Love is an Adventure by Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. Sorry, I'm not French. I butchered that. All right. Love is an adventure and a conquest. It survives and develops like the universe itself, only by perpetual discovery. The only right love is that between couples whose passion leads them both, one through the other, to a higher possession of their being. Put your faith in the spirit which dwells between the two of you. You have each offered yourselves to the other as a boundless field of understanding, of enrichment, of mutually increased sensibility. You will meet above all by entering into and constantly sharing one another's thoughts, affections, and dreams. There alone, as you know, in spirit, which is arrived through flesh, will you find no disappointments, no limits. There alone the skies are ever open for your love. There alone lies the great road ahead.
And now Alex and Andy will share a reading together.
Okay. When we sent out our RSVPs, we asked y'all to tell us what love means to you. We already have an understanding of what our love means to us, but we were interested to understand infinite possibilities of the meaning of love.
Responses ranged from original thoughts to lyrics and other quotations. We have taken your words and compiled them here in this crowdsourced love poem, which we would now like to share with you. And rest assured, all responses here are read with anonymity.
Love is a desire to better the other even at your own expense. It is respect, a deep connection, and building a life together with someone you can't imagine being without. Where nobody is mean to anyone. I love everyone, that is all. I love Alex and Andy, I love my family.
It is building today with the person I want to be with forever. Learning to do a lot of compromising, apologizing, and forgiving. It is unconditional, supportive, kind, selfless, understanding, and willing the good of one another. It is basketball.
Love means always being there when they need you. Showing up when they need you is the simplest but one of the most meaningful ways to show love. It means accepting someone for who they are and loving them. Love means cleaning all the hair out of the bathroom drain without complaining. Love is a splendid thing. Love lifts us up where we belong. All you need is love.
It's beautiful, never having to say you're sorry. Love means having someone who feels like home no matter what. It is blind expression of the heart's connection. Love is when your soul smiles when you see someone and are willing to do whatever it takes to let them know their value. Love is from the heart.
Love means snuggles, apple juice and water. Love means having someone to walk the highs and lows with you. It is peace and security. It is having a best friend and partner to share all the best and worst times in life.
Love is the force. It's harmony and peace between all things. It surrounds us and penetrates our soul. Love is also forgiveness and understanding. It's manifested through compassion for life in everything living or deceased. Love knows no boundaries. It drives our being. Love is you, Alex, and you, Andy. You guys are the result of love, and you guys are awesome.
Love means thinking about the person's well-being before yours. Being a team, looking beyond each other's faults, and accepting them where they are in each stage of life. Love is not always easy, but it's worth working for.
You cannot love and not suffer, but it is all worth it in the end.
There is only one happiness in life, to love and to be loved. Love is a collaborative work of art. Thank you.
Andy, do you take Alex to be your wife? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish her from this day forward?
I do.
Alex, do you take Andy to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him from this day forward? Alex and Andy have each prepared vows that they will read now.
Very nervous. Vivamus atque amemus. Let us live in love. I first read Catullus' love poem while taking Latin in college. We were probably in the library together when I was working on this translation. I didn't know it at the time the impact that phrase would have on my life, and that I would be lucky enough to recite it to you, my husband, 10 years later at our wedding. You have always deeply cared about me. It's evident in big and small ways. I know you love me because you'll do the dishes when I don't want to mess up my wedding nails, even though I chipped them later on. I know you love me because after all this time, you never gave up and always chose me. I know you love me because you are willing to make phone calls when I'm too nervous. I know you love me because you can tell when I've had a difficult day and you have a hug ready without me having to say anything. We are a good team, much like Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee. Just as Frodo would not have made it to Mordor without his Sam, I would not get far without you. You are my biggest champion and carry me when my burdens are too heavy to bear. Thank you for remaining calm throughout this wedding process while I have been completely overwhelmed. You have made me feel perfect, even with my shortcomings. Thank you for accepting me and loving me, which is the greatest gift you could give me. In this new chapter of our journey together, I vow to lead with love because extraordinary things will happen. I vow to be a loving and devoted wife, with acceptance and not scorn, and to always have an open heart and mind. I love you, Andy. Dami basia mile diende kentum. Give me 1,000 kisses than 100.
To my dearest, darling, treasured, cherished Alexandra, whom I worship. It's been 10 years. Since I first heard your laugh, saw your smile, and felt your love and kindness. And what an incredible feeling that was, and still is today. To say all of those qualities about you are infectious is a severe understatement. You just don't show loving kindness. You are loving kindness. You don't just light up every room that you enter. You go full supernova. We have prepped, cooked, and baked so many meals and desserts together, and I vowed to never stop doing that with you. Our time in the kitchen together is sacred and precious to me, just like you. Do you remember your first recipe you ever shared with me? It was ants on a log. But you endearingly called it love ants on a log. I don't know if you remember the 3 simple ingredients. Raisins with love. Celery with love. Cream cheese with love. You put love into everything you do. It's your secret ingredient that makes my life so blissful being with you. Thank you for sharing your secret ingredient with me. Alex, you have accepted me for everything that I am and all that I am not. You understand me, or at least tolerate me, in a way no one else has or can. You are my very best friend. So much has tried to separate us over 10 years, but now, in this moment, in front of everyone we love, we couldn't be any closer. I vow to be the best elephant that I can, so that I never forget how much I love you and how much you love me. I swear to you that I will continue to dedicate my life to filling our days with laughter, kindness, and love, just like it has been from the very first time we met. With respect, adoration, admiration, kisses, gratitude, best wishes, and love. Truly yours, your future husband, from A to A.